Okay, guys, welcome back to my first new LP of Curious George for the PlayStation 2. And you may be wondering why I chose a game like this, but I'm not sure. I was looking at my game shelf for something to do for a video because I didn't feel like recording anything else. And then I looked up this game and it looks like there's no videos of it for the most part, so I figured why the heck not. I don't know how smoothly this game will go. I remember it being pretty good, but the last time I played it was when I was like 7. I remember quite a lot of it, but we'll see how that goes. So let's get to it. Create a new slot. Okay guys, let's get started. Start.
There it is. It's awesome. It's spectacular. It's gone? What? This can't be it. It's supposed to be huge. That isn't huge, okay? That's the opposite of huge. I need the giant monkey.
Who knew it was actual size?
Ah, great. Traveled 10,000 miles for a paperweight? Am I gonna tell Mr. Bloomsbury? Poor Mr. Bloomsbury.
Mr. Ted, time to go.
You know what? Keep the hat.
Follow Ted through the jungle.
Okay guys, we're back and this is the start of the tutorial area. If I remember right, you click
Use the
on
interact control.
yeah. You click on these like little question mark things or like light bulb things here for information what to do. But it's pretty straightforward. X is jump.
When you see a question mark, there's a curious object nearby. Interact with curious objects to earn points that you can use at the gift shop.
I played this game enough too to know that those are not a very important thing. This is just more of a straight through LP. So let's just get through this tutorial area. And I suck at climbing. And yeah, now I'm starting to get the memories back of George making those annoying ass sounds. You can swing on vines.
Whoa! Hey! Watch those bumps!
That was Ted. Keep going.
Wow, I am just amazing at this game. I don't really remember overly much about it, but it should be enough to get us through the game as soon as I finally get used to the controls. I may have to switch out my controller because this one's been used to hell over the last like 10 years, so we'll see how that goes.
Maybe we should take the highway. Is there a highway?
There's Ted again. Keep going. You're doing great.
You can collect bananas, but I think those are just a score, if I remember correctly. And you can fall off the edge. If I remember too, this game was actually pretty damn difficult for, well, when I was like a 7-year-old, but that's besides the point. You can slide on these weird algae-covered logs, which I don't think can be the most healthy thing for you, but, you know, it's a video game, who cares. Swinging from vines like a monkey. You'll see a recurring theme in this game of Donkey Kong, whether it's vines, bananas.
Hey, slow down! I can catch a later boat.
There goes Ted. Keep going.
Or like barrels and like the red metal things that he's standing on. This is actually a pretty fun game though, from what I remember. And here looks like
Steer the lily pad down the river. Maneuver around the obstacles. Hitting obstacles damages your lily pad. If you hit too many obstacles, you'll have to start again.
yeah, the infamous water scene. In this, you basically just steer beyond. You avoid the whirlpools and the rocks. Every time you hit something, it will degrade the health of your lily pad, and you'll your game will crash. Oh, there it goes. Must have just been like a loading screen or something. This is the game on the PlayStation 2 if you don't know, so sometimes it can be a little bit sketchy.
Driving on that? Let me out. I'll walk the rest of the way.
And as I was saying before, the game really interrupted me. Every single time you hit something, it will degrade the health like this of your lily pad. You can see it's a little bit more destroyed, but I think you can hit it, yeah, 3 more times. I can do something like that. But it's pretty easy to avoid everything, and it isn't too much trouble. Just collect the bananas as you go and try to avoid everything. You'll see here you slow down because there is a, if I remember, yeah.
Follow Ted through the jungle.
So yeah, this game is pretty straightforward as it goes. Just a platformer, but this game is not known for its great controls. And the double jump in this game is a little bit broken, that if you don't hit it at the right time, it can completely screw you up, and half the time it doesn't work to start with, so there will be a lot of dying in this game. Like, yeah. It gets really annoying after a while, so I'll probably have to cut out some parts. And plus 2, as I get used to the controls, then it'll get better as time goes on. Here's the giant mushrooms that bounce you in a certain direction. You have no control of where you go, you're forced to go in that direction, so that's not me controlling that. This game was actually pretty good graphics, so for a PlayStation 2, I have to say. I've seen worse looking games on Xbox 360 and stuff like that over the years. Okay, here we have some lily pads. These you can stand on. If I remember correctly, though, there's some that you cannot stand on for very long or they will sink. I don't know if that's in this part, but I know later in the game. You touch the water, you instantly die, and you get returned to your checkpoint. Sorry. And it's a pretty easy spot. There's some fish in the water. I don't think they can. Okay, let's start. There's some fish in the water, some peacocks. Nothing can really hurt you. But yeah, it's a pretty simple stage. It's more of a tutorial area than anything, but for what it is, it's actually pretty decent. Here's the part that screwed me up as a kid, is that you can get a laggy animation. You can push over this log, and then you can climb across it and get to the mines.
No more bridges. I never want to do that again.
Keep going. You still need to catch up with Ted.
And as she said, we have to catch up with him, but no matter what you do, you will always catch up with him because it's on a time system. And this is the kid's game. What do you expect? Okay, climb up. Readjust the camera. There's more of these curious things. They don't really seem to do much for the most part. I don't even remember
Climb
what
up the
button.
vine and jump to the branch.
Yeah. They're morely help things if you don't know what the heck to do. Which I probably am assuming that you go. No? Okay, I actually need this. Wow, I feel kind of stupid. That's what you get for not playing the game forever. Okay. Oh yeah, the vine,
and jump
derp.
to the branch.
Just gonna climb on up, jump over to this log. Yep, and if I remember, follow it this way. This should be a pretty fast LP, but it's actually a pretty decent sized game. It'll probably be a few episodes. I'm not exactly sure how much, or how many episodes it'll be, but it shouldn't take overly long.
Are we there yet?
Looks like Ted is heading for the village. Keep going.
And if I remember correctly, the village is a really fun stage in this game. Notorious for being extremely hard with its very long double jumps that you have to be timed precisely. Oh shit. I should have been paying attention to what the hell I was doing instead of trying to explain the game. But anyway. About 7 stages in this game if I have to remember. This game was one of those that was endorsed by the movies, being that a lot of companies did, but it's not one of those, what do you call them? What like that studio? THQ that made a bunch of movie related games. Or kid related like movie games, like Ratatouille or whatever the hell it was, Wall-E and games like that. Those were well made games, but it probably, as most people know, left to the demise of the company. This game was developed by Namco, as you saw in the title and published by some other studio that I haven't really heard of. Unless, no, it was published by Namco. I don't know who that developed it. It may have been them. But, who knows. Just some more basic platforming.
Enter the village.
Okay, that's a checkpoint. And here you follow this vine down. And George will scream like a freaking retard. But you follow the vine down. I think there's a loading
Stay on the
screen, though.
rooftops where you won't be seen.
Really no loading screen? Dang. This game, I'm gonna demonstrate some things though in this village. It's not like, yeah.
Back to the jungle with you.
That one was
Enter
not
the village.
necessarily on purpose, but there's some
Stay
really
on the
funny ones that
rooftops where
you
you
get
won't
when
be
you fall
seen.
off onto the ground. Which I don't think will be a problem, which I don't even...
Get to the other side of the village. Jump on the villagers' baskets and rooftops. Be careful not to touch the ground. If you do, you'll get caught. Don't get carried outside the village walls.
Okay. What you do then is you jump on these ladies' hats.
Go away, monkey!
And for whatever reason, if they don't see you on the ground, apparently you don't exist. Because game logic.
You've unlocked a bonus item.
And can I... Oh,
You don't belong in the village.
that's my favorite lady that yells at you. I don't think there's a guy that yells at you, but that's besides the point.
What's that?
But still, they recognize that you jumped on them, but they won't do anything about it. But the second that you touch the ground, they get instantly pissed off at you and try to rip your face off.
What's that?
So let's follow this lady and see... Yeah, like, they realize what the hell I am, but they won't do anything about it. Like,
Back to the jungle with you.
didn't I see you on the other side? Anyway. This is kind of a trial and error stage where you bounce from person to person and eventually you find out the pattern and you jump to the other side. I think you have to do this twice, and I think we've pretty much seen all the reactions from the villagers, so we can finish up here.
Oh my!
Let's just follow. Okay, that's...
Ha! Got you.
This game isn't the most polished game since it's a kid's game, obviously. So you'll see some stuff like that that's just a glitch that you'll fall off the hat without even moving. But that's what you get. This isn't the most well-polished game, but it's one of my, well, not childhood favorites, but it's a really good game for what it is. Now we're just gonna follow this lady all the way to the end.
Go away, monkey.
Yeah, like the jump button barely works in this game sometimes, which can be extremely annoying.
What's that?
But go to this lady. Screw it, let's get this banana.
You've unlocked a bonus item.
What? Yeah, sometimes you won't even be caught too, which is, whatever. I guess it's kind of interesting, like, yeah, and then it'll be delayed, and you'll get screamed at by the angry bitches. For whatever reason, they'll be like, oh yeah, let's just put you on the top of that terrace over there, wherever the hell the proper word for it is.
You don't belong in the village.
Okay, I think now, guys, I'm just gonna skip ahead to the point that where I am to the other side of the, to the next stage of the jumping. I'll be back.
Get out! What's that?
Okay, guys, that actually didn't take overly long. I got on my first try, but maybe talking helped a little bit. And yep, there is another stage of this. And I know too, if you fall off right here, you can get kicked back into that stage, so that can be extremely annoying if I remember. Being a wee little lad. Which I'm probably still technically a kid to some of you, but that's whatever.
You've unlocked a bonus item.
Yeah, I think too, if I remember, these bonus items that they're talking about are items that you can use to customize your character or George, I guess is your character at the title screen. Like you can give him a hat, tie, and random crap like that.
There it is. That's my ship. Well, not my ship. Forget it. Thanks. If you ever come to America, you'd make a great cab driver in the city. Not.
Okay, now we go on
Find
to
your
one
way
of my
to the
favorite
ship
stages.
Through the maze of crates.
Which, yeah, like they said, you have to go through the crates with the paid products placement of dough or dole, like bananas and shit like that. which even I as a child recognized for some whatever reason. I'm not sure why the hell I recognized it, but you know, maybe I was a little bit more educated than I probably should have been. Watching TV, not doing anything else. America. Okay. In this stage, all you have to do is jump from box to box, or not this stage. Well, I guess technically it's the stage of the level. You just go from box to box, area to area, till you're to the other side. Kind of like a maze. Sometimes you can take a wrong turn and get stuck, but it's pretty hard to. So if we just follow around here, go past some more paid product placement, jump onto this box, and I think, yep. Here's the forklift stage. You can jump onto these and get put to the other side. Like so. No. Okay. I remember too, if I remember correctly, there's a glitch that you can. I don't know if it's a glitch, but you can actually land on the back of the forklifts. Or on top of them, which can actually be kind of fun. Is there something down there? Probably not. Ah. Shit. Okay. Just gotta wait. There we go. Number one. Wait for another fork. What the hell? No other. Oh. No. God damn it. Bullshit. Want a refund. Yeah, but basically you just jump from one side to the other. It's kind of Frogger-like stage if any of you played that game, which probably should have by now. Since I remember playing that game in like 3rd grade or something like that. And here's where, yeah, if you don't have your timing straight, you can actually get screwed up in that part and you can go into an infinite glitch. And if you haven't caught on by now, you grab these little idle things to go to the next stage like this. And I think this is the guy 83 and 93 things. And that is the end of the stage, and I think that will conclude this part of the, or this episode of Curious Storage on the PlayStation 2, the movie game, whatever the hell you want to call it. My name is Jeremy, and thank you so much for watching.